Hi guys. Okay, so today I thought I would just sit down at my vanity and do kind of an everyday makeup look and just kind of show you guys a really easy to apply look that you can wear to work or to school or just about your business. So the first thing I'm going to do is prime my face. This is with the foundation I'm going to be using. I don't have to use a primer, but because the foundation I'm going to be using has a primer in it, but I'm going to go ahead and prime my face and go ahead and rub that in. What a primer does is it's going to help smooth out any like fine lines, wrinkles, if you have any pores. It's also going to help with that, and it's going to help lock your makeup on so that it can last all day. And with this primer, I really do feel like that happens. So next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my foundation. Today I'm just using the IT Cosmetics CC Cream, and I am the shade Fair. And I get a lot of requests from people in my profession. So I'm an esthetician, so I do makeup applications quite often. And my number one request is I want something natural, but I want something a little bit more than every day. So I'm going to kind of show you that, but take into account everyone is different. And my everyday is different than somebody else's everyday. And I get a lot of clients who my everyday is too dark and too crazy for them. So I want to, and it can get kind of complicated because I get a lot of people who don't wear makeup, and then they come to me and they say, I want something natural, and I give them something that I give to a teenager, and the teenager thinks it's amazing, thinks it's perfect, and then that client doesn't like it, think it's too much makeup. So just kind of, you can take this with a grain of salt if you need to. You can kind of move things around. If it's too dark, you can leave that step out. If it's too much, don't put it on. But this is kind of my go-to basic look. So I really like the IT Cosmetics one. Every client I put it on loves it. It is a foundation with skincare in it. And I actually like to apply it with a brush because I'll go ahead and zoom you in a little bit more, because a sponge with this foundation is just too heavy and cakey and I don't like the finish of it. This foundation was really made to be used with a brush, and I'm using an IT Cosmetics brush. You don't have to use this brush, I just have it in my collection, so I use it. Plus it has like a crystal on the end of it, which I think is super fun. So yeah. And with my foundation, I started in the middle and then worked outwards. And the reason why I did that is because so that I don't get any lines on my chin area. And then afterwards, I would just go ahead and blend whatever is left on my brush down onto the neck. So yeah, this evens out your complexion. I call it my base because it's not meant to be a concealer. It's gonna cover up most things, but it's not gonna cover up everything. So I'm gonna take a sip of my tea, and we can move on to concealer. Now for something everyday, I would probably use something very lightweight. Currently I've been using the Tatcha, the Pearl in Light, and you get a ton of product in this. I've had it for about a year and it's still like at the top. So I just take a little bit on my finger and I'm just gonna tap it underneath my eyes. And I like to blend it in with my finger because I find that the heat from my finger really just melts it into my skin. I have really bad lighting in this room, and actually where my vanity is, I have like a window to the other side, so this is what it looks like. Alright, and then I'm just going to go ahead and do the other side. And how is everyone? What are you guys doing? How do you do your makeup? What is your favorite products? Okay, so that is done. And then with my concealing of the face, I don't have any acne. I am very fortunate. I'm an esthetician. I take care of my skin. If you want to know more about acne and how to treat it, I have done a video on that. So make sure to check that out. I think it's called like it's like Acne 101 or something. I'm gonna go in with a stick concealer. And this is something you don't have to do, but I like the effect. But I just go with the stick concealer and I go over any areas that need a little bit more coverage. And then I'm just going to take my finger again and blend it all in. And when I'm blending, I'm tapping. Because that's going to give you the most coverage. Now I'm going to go in with some powder, and I'm just taking a fluffy brush. And I'm using the Cover FX powder because if you guys don't know, most powders loose has a ingredient called talc in it. And talc is very cancerous, so I try not to use that product. And the Cover FX one does not have it. So, yeah. I just put a light coating on. You could definitely bake with this if you needed to. But today we're just going for an everyday look that's pretty quick. And I could actually finish this look in about 5 minutes. But because I am taking my time and explaining everything, it is taking me a little bit longer. So, okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is my eyes. So I finished my base. I'm going to go ahead and curl my lashes, put on a coat of mascara, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I finished up my eyes, and you could leave this look here. There's nothing saying that you can't just leave this look here, add some blush, maybe a lip color, and be done. But that's not how I do it, so I'm going to go in and do my brows while that mascara dries. And I'm going to go in with my brow definer from Anastasia, and I'm just going to go ahead and fill all this in. And I wanted to ask something. I just had it on the tip of my tongue, and I have forgotten it. Oh, okay, so I wanted to talk about the book I'm reading. So I'm reading Circe, and there's going to be a review out later, probably next week. I think I'll finish it this week and then film it and have it edited for next week. Because when you guys are watching this, it's going to be Monday. So maybe this week. It might be the Friday video. Depends on how quickly I finish it. It's not the longest book. It's like 330 pages. But it's because of how it's written. It takes me so long to read it. And that's not a bad thing. But do you see the difference? Love it. And it's not a bad thing. But I can only read like 30 pages at a time because the book is so heavy. And I'll go into that in the review, but it's a wonderful book. But it's just a little bit too heavy sometimes, and I can't, it's just exhausting to read sometimes. So I can typically only do about 30 pages per session. And that's why it's been taking me forever and a half to read this book. So, but I love this book. I can't wait to do a review on it. And I cannot wait to tell you guys all my thoughts and opinions and favorite passages. I'm really, really excited. So, alright, so we are done with the eyebrows. And if you wanted to finish with the eyes here, that's fine. That's you do you. But I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit of a cream shadow on. Because the cream shadow is an easy way to kind of pull the look together without doing a lot of time. My favorites at the moment are the Laura Mercier caviar sticks. So they look like this, and here they are, if you guys can see that, and you just roll them on up. I'm in the, I have the shade, I have a lot of shades, but I'm going to be using this kind of brownish shade all over my lid. And again, you could go with a lighter shade. I just want a little color on my lids today, so yeah. Alright, so what I'm going to do is just go ahead and just draw it on, focusing on that lash line. And then you can just take your finger and blend it on out. So do you see how that one gives a little bit of color? But again, you wouldn't have to do that. Alrighty, and then that is going to be, I think, my eye look today. I don't think I really want to do liner today. Usually I do a thick eyeliner, but I don't think I'm going to today. Again, if you want to, you can, but I think I am going to opt out of that. So now that that is finished, I'm going to go ahead and move on to the face. So you could just do a little bit of blush and be done, but I like bronzer, and I'm going to be using the NARS Laguna. And the reason why I love this one so much is because it really does just melt into my skin. So I'm taking it on an Morphe M523, and I'm just taking a little bit on the tip of my brush, tapping it off, and then I'm going to go in and I'm going to begin at my hairline. So literally right in my hair, I'm going to begin, because that's where we want the most color so we don't have any lines. And this color on me just melts in like butter the more I just blend it. So there we go. So you can see the difference between the two sides and how this one has a little bit more color than that one. All a bronzer should look like is a shadow, and I find this shade is a very neutral, like taupe kind of color, and I really, really enjoy that. So yeah, I like to have a little bit of bronzer right there, and then I put it right here. And then what I like to do, you don't have to, I like to contour, so I'm going to take a little bit on the tip of my brush again, and then just go from here down. So and then I blend up, I don't blend down. So there's my contour. I made it super light. You can make it really dramatic if need be, but since we're going for a light look, I just need a little bit of shape to my face. You can also use a bronzer as your blush. Alright, and then for blush, I'm just going to go ahead and use another NARS product in Dolce Vita, I think it's called. It's a nice kind of a pinky blush. I don't put a lot of this on. NARS products are very pigmented, so you don't need a lot. Maybe like 1 or 2 swipes in the blush. That's it. Always tap off. If you need to, you can tap the back of your hand and get some product off that way. But I'm going to go ahead and just apply it right to my cheeks. And on camera, it's coming off really, really intense, which we will get to. But again, I didn't put that much on, and it's super intense, so. Okay. I like blush. I know a lot of people don't. What you can do is take your foundation brush and just start blending it. And it's much more blended and much less noticeable. But I like a lot of blush. And people know that about me. So I'm very pale. I like a little bit of blush. So yeah, I'm pretty much done with my makeup look. I'm gonna go ahead and put on a little bit of lipstick, and I'm just gonna put on a ColourPop lippy stick. Very easy. This is actually like the exact color of my lips. This is in Oh Snap. So I'm gonna go ahead and just apply that to my lips. And we're done. But yeah, this is the finished look. This is something I would wear to work. It's something you can wear every day, to school. It's quick, it's easy. I try to be multi-purpose with the bronzer being a blush or just doing blush. And yeah, so let me know what you thought in the comments down below. What look do you want to see next? Or do you just like these kind of sit down and talk to you guys videos? And I will see you guys in my next one. Bye!